If you're serious about scaling your business globally, Airwallex or Stripe might seem like the obvious choices, but that's exactly where some business owners go wrong. After months of thoroughly testing both platforms with real transactions, I found some shocking differences. One platform is a game changer and could seriously boost your profits, while the other is overrated and might quietly hold you back. So, what really separates Airwallex and Stripe? It's not just about features, it's about their entire purpose and philosophy. Each is built for completely different types of businesses and investors, and understanding this is crucial. Stripe is the undisputed king of payment processing. Its strength is in creating a seamless, reliable checkout experience for your customers. If your primary goal is to accept online payments with a clean, developer friendly API, Stripe is fantastic. But when your business starts operating across borders and it has to operate like between different countries, I think that's where Stripe's limitations can really begin to surface. It is a brilliant tool, but it's primarily a tool for accepting payments in one country, not for holistically managing international money. Airwallex, on the other hand, is built from the ground up as a global financial platform. Its core strength is borderless finance. We're talking about opening multi currency accounts in minutes, getting local bank details in over 20 countries, and moving money internationally with some of the most competitive FX rates I've tested. It's designed for e commerce brands, startups, and any business that sees the world, the entire world, as its marketplace and is tired of losing money to traditional banking fees. The focus is on reducing costs, simplifying global operations, and building a financial foundation that scales with you. But don't just take my word for it. I dug into what other business owners are saying, and I came across the review of one Airwallex user who shared that the platform has completely transformed the way he manages his business finances. He said that the platform is intuitive, fast, and packed with useful features, especially for international operations. He's particularly impressed actually with how easy it was to set up multi currency accounts, to make global transfers, and to get real time FX rates, and to even get started with features like virtual cards. So, a lot of different features can happen really quickly and efficiently, but make sure you understand these features before diving into them. Another business owner I saw simply stated that Airwallex is the best platform for a multi currency account, praising its fast and responsive support, its easy to use platform, and its low fees. All right, next, looking at Stripe. The user reviews really do consistently praise its core competency, and that is payments. One Stripe user said that Stripe is great, confirming that he's always received his payments promptly and easily. He emphasized that it's very convenient, it's easy to set up, and it's easy to use. And I think that is the fundamental takeaway in the Airwallex versus Stripe decision. Stripe is an excellent expert payment processor. It excels at taking money from your customers and putting it into your account. Airwallex, however, is an expert global finance platform. It excels at helping you manage, hold, and move that money around the world efficiently and cheaply after you've received it. So, now that we understand the core differences in this Airwallex versus Stripe comparison, let's look at what you're actually getting for your money. What are the tools here? What are you actually going to be using? What's involved? So, I tested every major feature on both platforms, maybe not all the minor ones, and there's definitely a lot to get into. But what stood out to me was a clear divide between comprehensive global banking and that specialized payment processing. These two are very different programs, even though they might look similar on the surface. Airwallex's biggest advantage is how much global financial infrastructure it brings together under one roof in one platform. It's not just a payment processor, it's your multi currency hub, your international transfer network, and your global business account all in one. So let's actually start with what I consider to be the game changer, and that's Airwallex Global Accounts. Their global business account is all about simplifying international operations. I've used it to handle multiple currencies at once, and the ability to keep money in different accounts without crazy fees is a major win. Then there's the multi currency corporate cards feature, which has become really indispensable for my business operations. So they have these sleek Visa cards that let you spend in multiple currencies with zero transaction fees, and you can fund them directly from your Airwallex currency accounts. Unlike traditional corporate cards that hit you with like 3% foreign transaction fees too, I used my Airwallex card for supplier payments in EUR and GBP last month from the United States, and I saved hundreds in fees alone. The new multi-account features take this step even further, so if you have multiple businesses or multiple departments or multiple entities, you get a unified view of all of your global finances. You can instantly move money between any accounts, you can manage users centrally, and maintain single approval workflows. This eliminated the administrative nightmare that I used to face managing separate banking relationships for different parts of my business. 5 different apps, 5 different things that I have to get to, and it's all in different places. Now, one feature that doesn't get enough attention is bill pay. This gives you a single place to collect, approve, and pay vendor invoices worldwide with automatic sync to your accounting software. So I tested this with zero integration, and it cut my accounts payable processing time by at least like 60%. The approval workflows are customizable, and everything syncs really seamlessly with major accounting platforms, including QuickBooks and NetSuite. I was using QuickBooks. And speaking of procurement, the purchase order management system is another hidden gem. You can create, approve, and manage your purchase orders directly from within Airwallex, and that gives you control over spending before payments are even made. It really does like a ton under a single roof, a lot at once. So I used this to set up approval chains for larger purchases, and the transparency it brought to our procurement process was incredible, all the way up and down the ladder. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is all of this safe? Is there security that's going to be worth it for this? So when I looked into Airwallex's security, I found out that they use the same enterprise-grade security measures as like all of the major banks. So your credentials are all fully encrypted, your information is encrypted, they comply with global financial regulations, and everything is by the books. So this gave me the confidence to connect my business accounts and to manage significant volumes through its platform, and it handled it all really well. The proof is in the results and in other people's experiences. After implementing Airwallex across my business, I calculated that we're saving approximately like 2.3% on international transactions compared to our previous banking setup, and I'm not the only one who found these features transformative. Over on Reddit, I found a thread where someone was asking the multi-million-dollar question, Stripe or Airwallex, right? He mentioned that he'd read a lot of those horror stories about Stripe freezing accounts and rejecting payments, and he was genuinely unsure which platform was the right way to go because he wasn't as familiar with Airwallex. One user responded that while Stripe is great for speed, their risk filters can be aggressive, sometimes flagging legitimate merchants. So he noted that Airwallex feels calmer on the compliance side and handles cross-border transactions much cleaner. He further highlights that Airwallex is usually better if you do international volume or mixed risk business. He concluded that if you want fewer surprises, Airwallex tends to be the safer long-term bet. And yeah, this matches my experience exactly. The platform feels designed for global businesses from the ground up. Now, comparing this to Stripe, Stripe has immense power in payment processing. That's its main strength. So there are users who say that Stripe's payment gateway is really reliable and their checkout experience is smooth. And I've encountered Stripe in the wild. I've seen how it works, I've used it myself, and it's really solid. One user called it the best payment gateway, saying that it is fast, reliable, and has the easiest payment options that make checkout really easy for customers. But while Stripe excels at payment processing, it doesn't offer nearly the same comprehensive global banking infrastructure that Airwallex provides, nor many of the other features. But of course, neither of these platforms is going to be perfect. And to make the best choice for you in the Airwallex versus Stripe decision, you do need to know the potential downsides. For Airwallex, one reviewer complained about being rejected during account creation without a clear reason why. Now, I looked into this a bit further, and while this can be frustrating, it is actually part of their compliance process. So financial regulations do require really thorough verification, and sometimes applications get flagged for additional checks, and it takes a little bit more time. Now, with Stripe, the downsides I found were more concerning from a business continuity perspective, like it doesn't have everything I need. And I saw these reviews, like here's one user who reported significant funds actually being held for months with what he described as minimal explanation. And that is a serious issue if that actually happened. He expressed some serious concerns about account freezes affecting their ability to run their business. So funds being held for months is a huge deal, and in today's fast-paced business environment, that kind of uncertainty can be devastating. And I'm not sure what happened here, or whether it was a glitch, or whether it was a problem with their bank, but I did want to include this one. While Stripe does have excellent payment technology and rarely have any issues, their risk management approach can sometimes be overly conservative, potentially impacting legitimate businesses, but it is good that they do have a lot of solid security. This was a key insight during my testing. While both platforms have to manage risk, Airwallex's approach seems more tailored to international businesses that understand the complexities of cross-border transactions. Now, when it comes to pricing, both platforms offer transparent pricing models, but the value really depends on your business needs, right? Airwallex positions itself as a comprehensive global financial platform, and for businesses with international operations, the savings on FX and international transfers can really quickly justify the platform's value. Make sure to check the links in the description for their latest pricing and any available discount deals. I'll try to keep it updated for you so you always get the best deal possible. So, after all this extensive testing and looking at the reviews and checking out the features, where does this Stripe versus Airwallex battle leave us? Well, if your business operates across borders and you want to minimize international banking costs while maximizing control over your global finances with a ton of tools and a main dashboard with a lot of different efficient opportunities to invest and to move your money around in different places, then I think that Airwallex is the clear choice for a more comprehensive, cost-effective solution that allows you to move your money around more easily and more quickly. To get started with any of their available promo offers that could benefit your business, use the link in the description and let them know that we sent you.